Welcome to Casual Scale Modeler, and I kind of decided to break out something that was kind of like a shelf queen. I actually almost forgot I even had this guy. So I recently put up a model display bookcase thing. So I have some room to display stuff, so I'm going to try and see if I can get something done on there. So I pulled this guy out of my closet. See where we're at with this guy. So actually, the basic construction is all done here. And I bought this one. This was my first ever Gundam. And I bought it because it was cheap, to be honest. It was a $10 model at a local card store. And that's the only reason I bought it, because it was just so cheap. And we also got his scythe thing that goes with it. Let's see. This little energy thing that goes on this thing on that when it's open. The stickers. Nice foil stickers. And lastly, the model of the driver. This is the thing, I'd like to paint this, but it's a really flexible rubbery plastic, and I don't know how well paint's going to actually stick to this. So I haven't decided if I'm actually going to try to paint this or not. Well, or if I want to paint this or not. Painting a figure is not a big deal for me, as I spend most of my time painting figures. So, and it gives you a nice little illustration on how to paint it. Her. I guess it's a her. I'm not sure. I guess I shouldn't presume it's a her from the long hair. It could be a him with really long hair. But yeah, so it's just a simple black uniform and skin color. So it would actually go pretty quick if I decided to paint it. Like I said, I'm just not sure if it's going to hold up. So basically what I'm going to do with it is just paint for this thing where the decals should go. There's not a whole lot of them. There's just basically this area here on this shield / weapon thing, the eyes, and then the gold trim along the top here. And I'm also going to do all the panel lines in black. So let's go ahead and get started and see where this takes me. So okay, so let's get into some actual painting here. So just going based on the decals again, that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to start with the gold trim. For that, we're going to use Citadel's Retributor Armor to get into those details. And very nice lines on here, make it nice and easy. It's going to take a couple coats to get a good solid gold color. So it's going to take a couple coats. That's fine. But it's a really nice gold color. I really like it, so I'm going to be doing that. And then for the reds, over here and this, there's some other details here I can paint. It shows in the instructions. I'm going to use in Mephiston red. And then for these areas here, it's right there on the decals, they're gray. We're going to be using an old color Fortress gray, but it's just a really light gray. And then for the eyes, I'm going to be using Warpstone Glow. And then for all the panel line washing, we're actually going to use a wash. And Newland oil. So that's the kind of washing I'm going to get done here. So I'm going to change the camera angle here, and I'm going to get painting on this thing. It doesn't look like it's going to take a whole lot of time, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, I've made some progress on the Gundam here. So I got all the painting done here. I got the chin here. If you look in there, you got the eyes done. All the trim along here done. Looks really nice. The gray I used here on these vent things matches really well. So there's where we're at with this thing here. That turned out really well. Very well, actually. So yeah, this thing here painted red, this chin painted red again. Those are pictures that I'm matching up to what's on the box, or in the instructions, I mean. But went to panel line wash, and the the Nuna oil just wasn't quite dark enough, and it's basically invisible on the dark blue parts. So I'm going to have to do something a little more intense. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to varnish, give the whole thing a nice varnish as it is, and then go over the panel lines with something more, with just actual paint instead of just the wash, so it can get a little darker. One thing I did find is that painting over this shiny plastic was a real pain in the butt, and it wasn't easy to do. I had to paint pull a lot. Here's a better example of the wash. So this has been, all the recesses have been hit with the Nuna oil, and you can see them on this color gray. It works really well, actually. I think this came out really well. But on the dark blue here, it's just basically invisible. I could do the dark blue panel lines with a light color. I'm not sure, but I think what I'm going to do here is stop it where it's at, varnish it, and then either oil paints or just use regular acrylic paint very carefully. And then once that's done, then I'll re-varnish it again with a dull coat. So yeah, that's not a bad progress for one day. I really like how that turned out. I think that just looks great, actually. And yeah, definitely gave some more depth to the model, which it didn't have before. So that's going to be it for part one here of the Gundam. I said I need to varnish it, let the varnish cure up, and then we'll work on it some more next time. And thanks for watching.